On July 11, 1804, in Weehawken, New Jersey, U.S. Vice President Aaron Burr fatally wounded the former Secretary of the Treasury, Alexander Hamilton, in a duel. The duel was fraught over purported insults that Hamilton had uttered that Burr was convinced had cost him the Federalist nomination for the New York gubernatorial race. Burr demanded an apology. Hamilton refused, and the fatal meeting occurred. But there was a particular irony in the duel. 7 years earlier, in 1797, Hamilton had been embarrassed when details of an illicit affair were released in the press. Hamilton was convinced that incriminating letters had been leaked by a senator, James Monroe. Monroe denied the charge, and the two came very close to calling each other liars, a claim that could very easily have led to one or the other demanding satisfaction in a gentleman's duel. The situation got so bad that in one face-to-face meeting, Alexander Hamilton brought his brother-in-law, English businessman John Barker Church, with him, just in case it turned into a duel then and there, and he needed to have a second. But the reason the two ended up not fighting a duel had to do with a third party. James Monroe had invited a mutual acquaintance, who they both had met while fighting the Revolution, to be their intermediary. As they argued back and forth, that intermediary thought that they were both being childish. He knew that a duel could end their careers. It was that intermediary who convinced them to tamp down the rhetoric, preventing the two from escalating to the point where they had to meet on the field of honor, something that could have cost either of them their lives and almost certainly would have cost both of them their political careers. That person, whose actions were key to preventing Alexander Hamilton from having a career-ending duel with James Monroe in 1797, was, of course, Aaron Burr.